Hi guys, it's Christine from Tamar's Hope. I wanted to come on and share a video, and I wanted to name the title of this video God is Gaslighting the Gaslighters, and He is Frustrating those who frustrate you. If you are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Christine Pastor. I'm the founder of Tamar's Hope. Tamar's Hope is a Christian ministry that seeks to restore the lives of women caught in bondage to human trafficking and exploitation in the New York and New Jersey metro region. So once again, if you are new, welcome. Please don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell to keep you updated on these important messages when they come out. And if you are coming back, welcome again. So, guys, the word that I felt on my heart is that God is gaslighting those who gaslight you, and He is frustrating those who frustrate you. Now, it might be difficult or hard to think of God as being a gaslighter. But what I mean by that is that if you look back in the Bible throughout the Old Testament and even throughout the entire Bible itself, there are many examples of where there have been people, narcissists, namely, and they have tried to really destroy God's people and really go out of their way to make it so difficult for them and to make it almost impossible. If you think of, for example, Pharaoh and Moses, and how, Pharaoh just kept on getting in Moses's way. He was really getting in God's way, but he was really just every step of the way making it just impossible for Moses to do what God had called him to do and let his people go with the Egyptians and set the Israelites free. And Pharaoh just fought him every time, and every time Moses kept on going back to him. We all know the story, right? We think of Esther, and we think of Haman, and we think of Mordecai, and we think of Daniel in the lion's den, or Jezebel and Elijah, with the prophets of Baal. If we think of all the other people and Jesus, just with everything that he went through, and how it really is that spirit, it's that antichrist spirit, and that really comes against the chosen ones. It really comes against the people of God to try to just bring them to utter ruin and destroy them, to steal, kill, and destroy, because that is the enemy's ultimate plan all the time. So every time that God has turned around these situations, it's like everything that the person tried doing to God's people really wound up turning back on them, and it really wound up going bad for them, and just turning back on their heads. And they just really, everything that they tried to do, think of like how Esther and Haman and Mordecai, how Haman built the gallows, for Mordecai, and he just was indignant about Mordecai not bowing down to him. And he was hung on the same gallows that Haman made for Mordecai. And just so many examples of everything that the enemy has used for evil with God's people. It really turned back on them. The way that they gave it, the way that they dished it out, was the same way that it came back on them. And God, I really feel like put this on my heart that these people are not giving up. They are relentless, and they are not going to stop until it winds up turning back on their own head. They're really not fighting against you. They're fighting against the God in you with the same frustrations that people try to bring to us. Like, God is going to bring that same frustration back on their heads. David was another one, who with King Saul, King Saul really wanted to destroy David and to take him out and bring him to utter ruin. And God stripped the kingdom from him. And so that's what I'm saying is like, it's hard to think that God would gaslight a gaslighter, but that's exactly what I felt on my spirit. The very same thing that people come against you with, the very same thing that people try to destroy you with, is the very same thing that's going to come back around and come fall back on their heads. And so they really are digging a pit for themselves. They really are putting themselves in a bad position because they're not fighting against you. They're really not. They're fighting against the God in you, whether they know it or not. You know, they're really being used as agents of Satan, and they're being used as tools and pawns of Satan. And God is, he's not going to allow it. You know, he's just not going to allow it. And there is going to come that time, just like as I mentioned with all the other people in the Bible, it just is going to really come back and haunt them, and everything that they're doing is going to be really just a setup for their own demise. And it is kind of sad when you think about it, because a lot of the times it's easy to really get angry and really get upset with the people that are doing these things and get frustrated and really want to take matters into our own hands, and it's easy to become frustrated with it. But when you really think about it, and I think this is why sometimes it takes so long for God's vengeance and his justice to come to pass, because when we really think about it, you know, the way that these people get it, the way that they get it is really doesn't go good for them at all, guys. And it's just, it's a really sad thing to see. At the end of the day, they're really fighting God. They're not fighting you. And it's really the God in you that they can't stand. So, all right, guys, I will see you in the next video. And once again, please don't forget to share this message. Please don't forget to like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video, and take care and God bless. Bye-bye.